adjustments and in-game adjustments on Green. So they're going to switch a lot. And around him to float it up to the free throw line. Again, the shooting. The first 20 games he'd like to forget. Zubats is rolling with the beard. Hard switch. Chris Dunn. They have been stellar all season. Rebounding. Kawhi, a little mid. I was talking to him about that as Kawhi Leonard. They'll give him different looks. Curry. You got the screen there from Ellis. He used to use that wax machine. You want to win this game and have a week. The advantage you may have in this game is the bench points. You get off your bench this game. Curry and the claw. Jimmy set shot three as he misses the three. Right down the lane, putting it up. Beard! Moses with a high. Especially when the claw is guarding. He's got Powell over the glass. Got his hands full. He guarded Steph in, out, lean in. Got the jumper there. Double doubles for Zubats. He wants no part of Butler. Last thing you want to see is Draymond. Kawhi at over 25 points a game in a break. And since 5, Looney little percent. Especially when they right back to him. And he got Zubats. You do it to them with James Harden. The Beard has had an incredible career. Elite defender. Bouncy. Buddy hanging and bumping with Looney. Flippins come from against this elite defensive Derrick Jones, too. And but he's going to come to play. Bill Simmons setting up John. Re-entering the court right now. They attached to do that. On Green defensively and willing to. Yancey step back. Is there golf being played today? And Butler ball instead. First quarter. He's saying Bogdanovich. Put to Bogdanovich. It's now Bogdanovich again. Need to score. All right. And Jimmy pump fake hyped. I always knew Buddy for a long time. Like 5 seconds to work with. Pajemski's ahead. Draymond corner three. Funneling Kawhi to the help, and then he's got to be who's going to hit those shots. Butler just sheds Derrick Jones. Draymond's got for more. Foul backs up. Quentin posts up the screen into the mother of all tiebreakers. You could 15 turnovers in the third game. Is when you have a team that's 17 and 3, you can keep it. Kawhi rocks into a vest. He's coming to the scorer's table. Another steal. Another to Bogdanovich. Curry, Buddy Hield, GP2 with incredible defense. Buddy Hield. Harden and Kawhi. Yeah, we're going to let Kawhi Leonard. Buddy Hield off the butt. Zubats with that high post to the lane, dropping it back. A lot of contact as Harden heads into the three. That's a warm-up. Zubats. There's a lot at stake. You've seen that early here. Looney. The roller. Kawhi down by Dunn to steal it. Speak out Dunn, another three. Gotcha. All right, final four. And Pajemski found him. And James Harden was just Norman Powell. The Warriors. And then Harrison Barnes was having the last 2 years. He basically played. You expect a defensive battle in the lane, little floater in the ball. Butler cutting back door, and then Butler running. No one there now. Line and Harden setting up to cut his floor straight. Again, that little push shot. The crowd is booing him because it was so ridiculous. Free throws now. Yeah, bonus to his off-ball movement. You get him off of you. And that's playoff officiating usually. 5 for 3. Out. Harden knows that. And the Clippers offense scores. Harden done and guarded him most of the Steph coming around. In a play-in, we're going to have the front. There will be a pre and post for every game. Bring the help guy maybe to the home a little easier. Powell 3 versus Moody. Draymond 3. James Harden. Norman Powell. A lot of warm-up 3. Kick out happening when you see the help is there. Butler down the lane. Little push shot guy. And that's a shove off for Draymond Green. Butler will draw this on Steph. And he held Steph, then he helped Jimmy Butler will cruise on. He has been fantastic. Draymond's done the 3. This game. Got him again. Oh, Butler faked that. Eyes wide open there. He's enjoying play for the Warriors. Even Harden down the lane and raked his Clippers win. He flipped that around. Butler spinning and flipping it in. It wouldn't hurt him as bad, but with that strong shoulder. And Zubats, he nearly threw it away. Curry got it again. Step back 3. Here he comes. And Curry. Wiseman so efficient today. GP2, Steph, and Moody. thought about getting over there. They Moody this time. And Kawhi. Beginning of March, over 7 boards a game. Those are sponsored by Kia. They got good practice on being. These guys are having a cheer the game. GP2 just 4 ties in the game. Down the lane, from his way back. Oh, I didn't touch it. Because he's a well-used challenge. Warriors will get a second. Then Moody, who's got 4. And you have the 4th. Other wing jumper. 2-point lead at halftime. Pajemski, there's a trend there that you want to pay attention. Out, trying to sustain it. Knocked it away. Got to be alert off the come up. Heads to the baseline. That last domino down. How good is Draymond and dominoes? How good for the year? Spurs. Powell running up with your hands and force some more on him. Butler fading, firing after that change of possession. Clippers are hurting the Warriors that second. Basically at the 5. Pajemski from the baseline. Been on a weekend. Pajemski's got wild from deep where it's hard to send a double team. Careful. Harden flipping it up. 4-point margin with 9:03 left. Otto still. Draymond out of the GP2. Bogdanovich jumper. Now that's the biggest deficit. And Seneke 14-2. Jimmy Butler has played 35 minutes as well. A break for him at some point with over step back 3 and contact. Him and Jamal looking for draw as many fouls as he had 5 turnovers in that game as well. The Warrior perks like Warrior shot discount. Any play in the NBA is fouling. Snap for the step back 3. Steph Curry's fading, firing, and hitting right down the lane. It's not Zubac. Curry to the rim to lay it in. The Clippers 2-point lead to the ball. Down the lane to flip it up and in over Curry. And he finds Steph down the lane. Teardrop. Steph now with 22. Dunn gonna shoot it. He in to the bell. Pajemski triple. The shot clock at 8. Zubac to beat the buzzer. Stop, goes. Zubac flips it in. Got him again. 2-man jump at Steph, and he's fouled. Hey, Steph alert. Middle of Steph makes the first. Wouldn't even have played. Oh, that's why. A 2-point Warrior advantage at the 3 from the baseline, laying it up and in. Skip pass. He's a long closeout. He's a Steph with hug. He's moving so fast. 3 free. Walk through it. You have someone on. You can't simulate what he does. His center answered the bell. Caught it. Powell lobbing. Step inside the line and launch the deep. They found him. They finally found him. You want GP2 up top. Curry 3. Drive. Flipping it up and in. Curry relocates. Kawhi's right with them. Something. And Kawhi on Butler. Dunn is the open shooter. And even against each other. He's up. For the win, Steph and Butler. Butler to GP2 to flip it today. The defense, Harden corner 3. Harden hiding behind Zubac. Harden for 3. Switches on to Steph. Corner 3. In the ball. Harden down the lane, and he will go to the line. Since the beginning of the overtime. Years of age. An Asian game. Clock at 9. Curry curls around for 3. Hanging on him. Fly, sidestep 3. Fly to go high and vice versa. Around GP2 down the lane. And you can't turn it over anymore. Butler coming to get it. Getting it back. Shoots a 3. Well, you got backdoor Butler to lay it in. None handling with Harden pop. He went up and got nothing. Just knocked knees and will that to Draymond all the way to the end. Not a lot of great choices to foul. They put Kawhi. So Kawhi 2 of 4. With a 3. Missed everything. Harden with the 36 from Curry and 30. 6 seed. The Warriors the 7th opportunity. Now you get 124-119 in on Tuesday. Again attacking on the kick out. Kawhi warm up 3. A little too long. You almost want to anticipate the kick out happening when you see the help is there. What a steal! And now Butler down the lane. Little push shot. You want to kind of stay with wide. And that's a shove off. The Warriors somehow turn him away. Draymond Green. All holding on to Curry. There you go. Butler will draw for dear life because everybody's so focused on Steph.
He held Steph, then he held, returns the favor. Jimmy Butler will cruise on. How much more Jimmy Butler could do in this game? He has been fantastic. Rudy driving. Draymond corner three. Got 12 lead changes already in this game. Back. Shot clock at 7. Lead player.
Got him again.
Oh, Butler faked that.
Energy. He's got the eyes wide open there. He's enjoying. This is what happens when you play for the Warriors. Even man.
Harden down the lane and right to Pierce, hoping to be 6. Clippers 7. Clippers win. You flip that around. Jimmy Butler spinning and flipping it in.
James Harden with that beard, he'd have some padding. It wouldn't hurt him as bad, but
0.7 assists, driving again with that strong shoulder. And Zub in the first half. Now the double team on Zubac. He nearly threw it away. Curry got him. Harden again. Step back 3. Move the ball. And then the game matters, and here he comes. And Curry. Kawhi's been so efficient today. So Buddy Hield with Looney, GP2, Steph, and Moody. One's firing now for the Clippers. Hides behind him again. Now the roller that Kawhi talked about.
didn't get any rotation, basically. Kawhi Leonard thought about getting over there.
Post up Kawhi. Moody this time. And Kawhi.
Since the beginning of March, over 7 boards a game.
So much so that his free throws are sponsored by Kia.
Feel like these mid-major guys, they got good practice on being a call on the Damian Lillard. These guys are having a
lot of free throws either way. Very well officiated game. GP2.
Zubac.
14 lead changes, 4 ties in the game.
High 5 contest. Steph hates it.
Harden down the lane was for Harden. That he pulled his arms way back. Oh, I didn't touch it.
Because he had to spend a challenge for it, but it was a well-used challenge.
Warriors will get a sex with many foul issues other than Moody, who's got 4.
And you have the here, end of 3rd, start of the 4th.
Other wing jumper. Clippers had a 2-point lead at halftime. Podziemski, dictate everything, but there's a trend there that you want to pay attention.
If you feel much better about yourself starting out, trying to sustain it.
He played him for the pass.
Yeah.
And knocked it away.
Got to be alert off the blur.
Jimmy sizes him up, heads to the baseline, and put that in.
Slap that last domino down.
Can you Vereen and others like, okay, how good is Draymond and Domino's? How good?
I got a piece. Defensive Player of the Year.
Again, 3rd opportunity now for the Clippers. Flip it back out to Powell at 2. Powell running hook.
And 5 turnovers. See if you can get active with your hands and force some more on him.
Butler fading, firing. Fresh 24 after that change of possession. It's short. Quentin Post couldn't grab the rebound. Clippers are hurting the Warriors on second line.
They're switching everything. Ben Simmons basically at the 5.
Down shot clock at 5. He's terminated the dribble. Podziemski for the baseline. Unbelievable. The bank is open on a weekend. Podziemski's got eyes. Wild from deep. Glenn mentioned he works in the middle of the floor where it's hard to send a double team. But Harden likes to draw fouls. Be careful. Harden flipping it up. Game from the Dubs. And a 4-point margin with 9:03 left.
Back screens. They're switching a lot, though, still.
Draymond out of it. Draymond Butler with Podziemski and GP2. Shot clock down to 5. Bogdanovich jumper.
Second chance points, 14-2 now. That's the biggest deficit.
And 4th, that offensive rebound there. And you just said it, Kay. 14-2.
It's massive, man. But Jimmy Butler has played 35 minutes, and the assists are impressive as well.
It can go the whole distance. You're going to have to find a break for him at some point with over 2. Step back 3 and down.
He's so good at finding the contact. Him and Jamal Crawford. That's what he's looking for. Draw as many fouls as they turn the ball over. They got to stop it. He had 5 turnovers in that game as well. Turnovers again tonight.
And then the seats for next season. All the Warrior perks like Warrior Shop discount. Highest expected point total for any play in the NBA is fouling. Snap for the step back 3. That's got the crowd buzzing.
Steph Curry's trying
here. Kawhi going to work. Fading, firing, and hit. Jemski right down the lane. It's not Zubac with friends. Down 4. Curry to the rim to lay it in. Absolute crunch time. The Clippers 2-point lead to the ball. Fit to Powell. Didn't want that 3. Down the lane to flip it up and in. Steph hiding behind Looney. Chris Dunn all over Curry. And he finds
Sure against him. That's what Steph is thinking.
Steph down the lane. Teardrop. 58% from the field. Steph now with 22.
Watch out for them attacking the middle. There's a double.
Dunn gonna shoot it. He is, but Clipper teammates have answered the bell. It's the handle. GP2 batted it back out. Jemski triple. Back out to Powell. The shot clock at 8. No reset of the shot clock that never hit iron. Zubac to beat the buzz. Zubac with a rebound. 4 minutes. Harden, stop, goes. Zubac flips it in.
Switching everything. That's how Kawhi ends up on Steph.
Got him again. Shot clock at 7. Relocate 3. Back. 2-man jump at Steph, and he's fouled. I'm out.
Steph alert. No, they're trying to attack the middle. Steph makes the first.
Get that thumb. Most other guys wouldn't even have played.
Oh, that's why.
2 lead changes. And a 2-point Warrior advantage at the 3. Pass to Powell. Powell driving the baseline, laying it up and in. Starters in double figures.
That long skip pass means a long closeout.
It's Butler inside on Zubac. Steph with Hugger.
Just rest on that goatee. He's moving so fast. Out team Steph isn't going to cut it. 3 free on Steph and shoot around. You walk through it. You have someone off and run around, but man, you can't simulate what he does.
Get it on a Sunday afternoon.
And Chase Center answered the bell.
Butler went for that steal. Powell caught it. Powell lobbing. Wanted the 3. He'll step inside the line and launch the deep.
It felt like a couple possessions since they found him. They finally found him.
Steph and GP2 up top. Curry 3. Play aggressively. Harden on the drive. Flipping it up and in. 2. They're looking for a Curry relocate. Kawhi's right with them. Shot clock at 1. Brandon's got to launch something. And that's when they go to the Terminator. Kawhi on Butler. Double him to get the ball out of his hands. Dunn is the open shooter. And 2 defensive players of the year going against each other. He's 1. 10.6 left. 3. Leonard's going to rise up for the win. It's in overtime with Draymond, Steph, and Butler. Shot clock down to 3.
Gotta go.
Butler to GP2 to flip it. But today, the defense in there. Harden corner 3. Harden hiding behind Zuby 2. Now GP2 on Kawhi. Harden for 3. And you hit Kawhi. Switches on to Steph. Draymond, corner 3. The Clippers a 3-point lead in the ball. Out of 5, they're standing at Chase Center. Harden down the lane, and he will go to the line. 4 of 5 from the line. And drop.
Until since the beginning of overtime.
Butler at 35 years of age. And 8. So 2-possession game. 2 out to Butler with the shot clock at 9. Curry throws around for 3.
A little space, even though Dunn was hanging on him.
Fly on Draymond. Kawhi, sidestep 3. Flat.
A pump fake those. Like fake low to go high and vice versa.
Harden getting around GP2 down the lane.
You need to execute, and you can't turn it over anymore.
Butler coming to get it. Butler getting it back. Shoots a 3. How quickly are you shooting?
Well, you got good look.
Butler on the back door. Butler to lay it in.
You can still get the 2 for 1.
So Dunn handling with Harden. Powell driving down the lane. He went up and got nothing. As a hitch in his get-along, and did he just knock knees? And will that 2-men double step? GP2 to Draymond. Clippers are going to play it all the way to the end.
Up and in.
Not a lot of great choices to foul. They put Lee. Go for the steal. And Kawhi.
They fix the ball. Call timeout.
So Kawhi 2 of 4. The Warriors tie it with a 3. 3. Missed everything. Harden with the why. Offsetting 36 from Curry and 30, which are out of timeouts. They're going to be the 6th seed. The Warriors, the 7th at home.
You missed on this opportunity. Now you're going to be
time. The Clippers win it 124-119. Play Memphis in a play-in on Tuesday.